passion, what I found, and by the way, if you have no motivation, firstly, go and listen to our episode on motivation. And secondly, what I've noticed, and I'm really good at this, I'm really good at getting myself out of a rut. I'm great at starting something, starting the discipline, starting the motivation. And the only way to do it is not to wait until you feel good. Because if you're in a rut and you've been in bed and you've been feeling sorry for yourself, watching Netflix for like 6 days and you've just been eating crap, we've all been there. If you've had a really dark moment, as a man or a woman, we've all been there. I know we have, whether it's through a breakup, whether it's just sort of like a mental breakdown, you just kind of like lost yourself. You know, we've all had it. As teenagers, I think people have had it so often. I had it. When I was in uni, I had it. Right before the first lockdown, I was just on my own in my room and I would just order in. I hardly left my room. And what I'm good at is getting myself out of that rut. But my point is, you're not ever going to feel motivated to pull yourself out of it because you've got yourself into this where this is your habit now.
Yeah, you're the only.
So it actually feels uncomfortable to change that, even if you know that that's better. So what you've got to do is you've just got to know that in order to generate motivation and discipline in a positive direction, you've just got to start doing first, and then you'll believe in the journey afterwards. You've just got to start doing first, build momentum, and then the feelings will catch up. You know, I think I'll pause there.
They compound then as well. I think the gym, it's back to relate this to fitness and the gym, because we are a gym podcast. The way to look at this is, how do you grow in the gym? Because I believe the way you grow in the gym and the way you grow outside of the gym are literally the same thing. How do we grow in the gym, Al? Failure. And that's literally it. Failure. You know?
No, trying. And sometimes failure.
Okay, yeah. But if you cannot reach failure in the gym, you're not going to grow. You might grow. You might have, minimal gains. But if you reach failure in the gym all the time, you're going to grow. If you're pushing like that every session consistently and you're going to failure all the time, you're going to grow. And the same thing is in life. If we're going to try new things and we're going to fail and succeed, we're going to learn. How many failures have we had like in the whole podcast since we started? We've had a few. They might not be. They're
not epic failures.
They might not be big failures, but they are micro failures. They are moments where we've gone, and then we've learned from them. And if you don't have those moments in life where you're like, I failed, and then you don't recognize why, you're not going to go anywhere and you're not going to succeed.
Well, there's a route for you. Seek failure. Yeah, there's a route to success.
This is the route I like, because it all comes back to consistency. Because if you're a consistent person and you seek failure all the time, 9 times out of 10, this guy.
Sorry.
9 times out of 10, if you seek failure and you are a very consistent person, you're going to find it and then you're going to grow. And I think that is, for me, that is the optimal path to success, is just trialing and failing.
But if you put it in your head as well that you are going to do this and embrace when you fail, then you're never going to give up in the face of potential failure. So if, for example, like I'm about to start a powerlifting program tomorrow, let's say I've got a competition in 10 weeks. If I said to my coach now, Antoine, I said, look, I really don't know if I can do this. I'm worried I might come last, or I'm worried I might not hit depth on my squat. If I did that, then what I've done is I've not even given myself the opportunity to go through the motion which is necessary to get to the next level. And if the next level is just continuing on this path, it's the same as when I drink on the weekends. If I go all out in a week and then I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can do this every day, I don't even know what I'm capable of because I don't give myself 100%.
You don't fail.
I could be dangerous if I went 7 days a week. And I know you might laugh thinking that. It's a very arrogant thing to say. But honestly, as a man and a woman, actually, you should believe it in yourself that you can be the most dangerous person. And I don't mean like I'm going to send the bloody Sletty Bob to your door.
No, dangerous is
I just
the best
mean like
version of you.
I could, if we had a I don't know. I just feel like you need to get to that point where people look at you and just think it's not even worth going head to head with this guy.
In competition.
I don't mean necessarily
Fighting,
like,
yeah.
well, fighting, but I mean also just like if we had a conversation and you tried to come and tell me something about myself, saying I don't like that you do this. I'm like, oh, you try me, fucking try me. You know, like you just got to get that bulletproof mentality. Like nothing can hurt me, nothing will stop me. I will fail and I will get back up and I will keep going.
Yeah.
I think that in itself makes you dangerous because you will keep going regardless of what happens. So there is a certainty that you are going to be successful, even if the path that you take is a series of unlinked paths. I think they're all interlinked because obviously they lead to each other.
Yeah,
But if you imagine like a path, just like a path in the middle of nowhere, going nowhere. You know, it's literally like you go down this path, you fail, and then you start on a new path, but that path has led you there. You couldn't have got to this second leg of the journey without having done the first initial leg of the journey. And that's it, I think. I think it can be, and this is why we were really confused about how this episode is going to go, because there are so many answers to this question. If we're bringing it back to the question of what is the optimal path to success, I really don't know. It could be so many different things.
I think there are different methods and all.
I think seeking failure, just to finish, seeking
Yeah.
failure, I think is probably one of the best. I think
Yeah.
that's a good one.
I think in order to achieve this bulletproof mindset